I feel like that was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of great. And I feel like the vibe was pretty good too. Pretty funny guy. All right. Our text on. I feel like a lot of platforms well, whenever I cut or whenever I do clips, my socials aren't visible. Put them on here like that. They'll be. Buckhands, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. What is we're talking about having nice cars in garages, and that's coming from X, which is awesome. That shows that we're banging on all cylinders now. Let's get this. I don't know if these log messages are going to interfere with anything. Maybe I can just get rid of the logs over here, or yeah, the log tab, the log pane. Okay. Oh, nice. I can see. Up. Drop my wallet here, sir. Yes. Drop that wallet address in the chat, and you will receive an airdrop when we do our next airdrop break. Gotta admit, things get a little crazy at break. So, the warning. What do you guys think about this Hummingbot stuff? I want to create an army of Hummingbot Yada people, including myself. So this is like, before it was like a marketing army, but now I want to have it be like, our whole community. Like, I don't like saying the word leeching. That's sleazy, you know? It doesn't sound good. Because what we're actually doing is very sophisticated, you know? And there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing immoral about it. It's, what's up, Chemical Soldier? Welcome. Happy Monday. Yeah, so, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's all gravy. And it's a very smart way to bring in money with no risk. You're just identifying buying opportunity between two different exchanges or two different markets, and then just bringing the money that you earn, the profits, back into our market. So, and you can either just straight up buy Yada with those profits, or you can provide liquidity. Exactly. So you can go to our Pancake Swap. You can go into our new wallet, and then you can just go to Pancake Swap directly and add liquidity to those markets. And then, you know, I can reward those who add liquidity with YadaCoin, right? So we figure out some kind of like or something that I think is amicable for everybody that involves, right? So it has liquidity out of it, YadaCoin, and then that increases market depth. So when we make a $5 trade, it doesn't cause the price to exaggeration, but the slippage is kind of crazy, even though we do have about, I think, $5,000 on each side of our liquidity pool. We need that to be much deeper, I think, especially if we want folks to spend much more buying coins so they can carry out actions on the blockchain. Jumpcoin, what's up? Yeah, Yada to the moon. That's what I'm saying. So we need to get I mean, there's several things that this wallet can do and that our blockchain can do that we're not even using right now, that are potentially huge. Like Bitcoin cannot support authentication out of the box. We could actually support authentication straight from the blockchain right now. It could be a centralized place for authentication, and the wallet, the hardware wallet, makes that even more secure. So we have a lot of potential. It's just like a matter of us getting everything built out that needs to be built, right? It's just, there's a lot to build, and we have the hardware wallet now, and we have the blockchain patent stuff integrated. And so it's like, okay, do I keep building and do this authentication piece, which would be really huge for the enterprise? And that's an obvious use case, for any website, really. You could use it for exchanges or any high security website. And they could choose to either use the hardware wallet with the Yada blockchain or just use the hardware wallet. But either way, we're collecting fees. That's revenue, which would result in buybacks for the project. So in that case, either way we win. And look at the total addressable market on that, right? Like other projects, you have these use cases where you're like renting servers for these, sort of niche things, right? Whether it be for like AI or mining or something like that, right? But look at how broad of a market authentication is. It's huge, proving that you are who you say you are. That's an incredibly huge market. And it spans the enterprise, it spans small, medium businesses, all of that. And it's not too large for us to take on. It's not like going into the consumer market where, we'll just get totally overwhelmed if we get mass adoption at the scale that we're asking for, right? It's not like that. It's where if we get the scale that we're asking for, we can handle that. You know what I mean? We're talking about 1,000 logins per 10 minutes, right? Which I think is pretty reasonable. And then that's just as we are right now. That's before we even start asking for fees. First of all, we can handle more than that. So this is perfectly aligned for the market. But like I said, we needed to get all of the infrastructure put in place before, we go out and make all of these claims. What's up, Zek? Razik? Looks like a new username in here. How's it going? Welcome. How's Monday going for y'all? Hey, we have lots of airdrops too. No big plans, just good vibe. Gotcha. Like. In it. Looks like we got 32 viewers on X. Honestly, killing it. Anyway, yeah. So we're just, really set up. We're really on the precipice of domination. So this Hummingbot stuff is like the financial side. And then all of our innovation work, patents and features and all of that stuff, the hardware wallet that we have here that I'm going to do used to do the airdrops on our L1 chain, and then our wrap token integration on Binance Smart Chain. I mean, come on. Like, we have so much technology going on. We have so much integration already for a project of our size. And, then we're going to fuel it with this Hummingbot side where we do arbitrage to get, I can't say free money, but I will say that it's risk-free money. It may not be a lot, but it is more than we are doing now, and that will help, because 1 cent for our project is borderline criminal, if you ask me. I mean, come on, we deserve more than that. I mean, it's just, and this will show, what we really can do. Yeah, see, YadaCoin, Yada higher, exactly. And that's where we should go. We should be going higher. We've done the work. We aren't just a concept. We're not just planning things and getting hype behind us. We've done the work. We've spent a lot of time, and we've spent a good amount of money making things solid. Like I said, a good foundation for launching this thing beyond the moon. You know what I mean? Like, the moon is where other projects aim for. Okay? The moon is where other projects are aiming for, and I feel like that's just kind of like a platitude now. It's like, oh, we're gonna go to the moon, but it's like, think about how big authentication just by itself is. We're not talking about encrypted communication either. With this wallet, every time you hit this next button, it's giving you a new key, right? And so with that, you can take that key and use it to encrypt data. So every time you rotate, you now have a new perfect forward secrecy encrypted relationship with whoever you're talking to. So this device can secure all of your communication as well. So it's not just authentication, it's also encrypted communication. And there's going to be a lot of research and folks coming out that will talk about how shared keys that seem to be the state of the art at the moment are actually going to be very insecure within 10 or so years. So having frequent rotation and no shared keys is actually going to be a huge driver for the enterprise and beyond. Encrypted communication. It's going to be a huge thing. you know, just as like quantum computers come out and computers become more powerful in general, it's just going to be, you know, even more necessary for key rotation to be part of the conversation. Because right now you have, you know, not to name names, I guess, which I won't, but there are several wallets out there that just don't rotate keys, period. They don't. And, you know, it's really like an afterthought. It's kind of like a nice to have, and maybe some people taking it into consideration if are really security aware or sensitive. But yeah, I think that it will become the actual norm where if you don't have key rotation, you'll be sort of vulnerable. How's it going? What's that name? Ate? How do you pronounce that? All right. Alt season is coming. It is coming. Zeri OKX. Welcome. Kanuba. Welcome. Let's fucking go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Let me get some of these addresses in wallet interface here. I wonder if we can do this live. Try it out. So we'll not wait a second. I think that. All right. Here we go, everybody. Wrapping and unwrapping. So you might be thinking, well, I've never seen this unprotected balance before. I've never seen this secured balance here before. What's that all about? Well, if I shared my private key on accident or my seed phrase, this balance, you could not steal. And that's the value proposition of our wallet. That is the key differentiating, that is what differentiates us in the marketplace from everything else that's out there. So unprotected balance, you could take our private key and take that, and I would lose 163 wrapped YadaCoins. But you take our private key and try to take that secure balance, it's not going to process. It's going to be rejected by blockchain validation. So, might be wondering how that happens. Well, I can explain it sometime, but just know that it would be protected in that scenario. That is why we are going to be successful, because we protect people who have a lot of money. Basically is what's going on. We protect people who have a lot of money and folks who need security, who take security to the highest level. This is the highest level of security that you can get. I do think that this is going to become converting your tokens to has a number of benefits. For instance, let's say it fished, you get a phishing, right? You take your seed phrase or your private key, right? You're protected in that scenario. Let's say you're in a country where, you know, they're not too favorable to crypto. You're apprehended. They take your seed phrase because you wrote it down and put it in your wallet, or they raid your house and, you know, right? Even with their seed phrase or even or private key. So those are just two examples, along with all the other. And the algorithm. All right, let me not get too ahead of myself. Let me get some airdrops. Let's turn on music. Gonna take me a second here. This is where like having a co-host would be very good, or having somebody handle the actual airdrops. You know what? I should do that. I should have somebody like I think that I should have somebody handle the air. You know what I mean? I think that to have somebody like taking down the addresses, and then I'll just send them the coins, and then they could send out the airdrops. Pretty interesting. All right. Yeah, because I need to focus on, like, you know, keeping things rolling. You know what I mean? And let me know if I forgot anybody also, for sure. 100% let me know if I didn't include you in this airdrop. But I'll have the final list up here in a second. Guys, I'm gonna be broke after this. I'm gonna airdrop my way into the streets. I remember this. Started over. Need to chill out. We'll do the music when I'm actually drop. We're a little premature on the drop there. Let's just start the second list put together. We're at 558. Eight E3 8C, got it. F. Oh no, we are F X AC. All right. Trusting you guys not to be gaming the system. Actually, I don't trust anyone. But it's okay. Flattered that you guys want YadaCoin. So let's do this. Ready? Play Jungle Dutch, sir. Will hi. Play done. What is Jungle Dutch? E8. Okay, let me get can you guys see? All right. Please hold while we do an airdrop list build. Tell me what this jungle thing is all about. What's Jungle Dutch? Is that like a way of doing airdrops? And are you from OKX? Or is that just like your favorite exchange, or? Maybe we might want to get, you know, some kind of collab going. New exchange listing. What up? Maybe we'll get that MEXC listing. What would you guys think if we got a MEXC listing? What would y'all think if we got a MEXC listing? Would that be good? We'd provide liquidity. Chemical Soldier. We'll get the L1s taken care of in a second. I always think My Chemical Romance whenever I hear Chemical Soldier, and I always want to say My Chemical Soldier. Oh man. No offense, obviously. Actually, I like that band quite a bit. Play Jungle Dutch. Is Jungle Dutch a song? What's your favorite exchange, Kafer? Everyone seems to think that us getting on MEXC would be like, you know, getting a job in Hollywood or something. Just like make it. I read some for like have to put a deposit, and if you don't hit that deposit, they, or sorry, if you don't hit, sorry, I'm like trying to multitask. So like, they make you put in a deposit. This is what I hear. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard this, that they have you put in a deposit, and if your price stays, or if it doesn't stay within a certain amount of your listing price, like 72 hours after you launch, then they yank your deposit. That's pretty harsh. But I guess that's the name of the game, and I'm sure they have a reason for it. Alright, let's do this. Scan this wallet and put this in a special way. So right now I'm just rotating the number that it's giving me. So on my hardware wallet, I'm just saying, you know, I entered my credentials, and then I'm now rotating to rotation 349. Let's yep. Oh no. Here. Plan. Travel the holidays. I'm not thrilled with KYC. I'm on it. This, yeah. Alright. Scan, baby. Alright, here we go. Alright. So now we have access to the wallet, and now you're getting boom. All right, that's all of them. So, what? I'm feeling generous. We'll do. Been doing 10. Feeling like making it raining. Which reminds me. Alright, everybody. It's airdrop time. Let's get some more addresses before I send these out. Because, again, if you don't get your address in during the live stream, you miss the airdrop. Here we go. This is the last call for addresses for the airdrop. Time for the airdrop. Alright, if you don't see your name on the airdrop list, or if you don't see your address, let me know. Let me know now. Please. DE7. Wait, you're not on there, Scaper? How did I forget my mod? That's not right. 3F. Yeah, I thought I copied that one. Oh, CBE. Ah, okay. In. Who else wants in? Oh, okay, good. Alright, I was like, how did I miss that? Boom, here we go. We're sending it now. Oh, we gotta actually... Don't have enough. I'll have to unwrap. Okay, I'll show you how to unwrap. The current issue that I have is that I have secured too much. So I'm trying to send 25 times 1, 2, 7, 8. So 8 times 25, right? So I'm trying to send 200 and I only have 113. So I need to unwrap 87. So we have exact change. W data. Boom. It got quiet. do. That's one. No input into that paper device kind of to let the web wallet know, or to let the hardware wallet know which rotation to go to automatically. But right now you do have to cycle to the correct rotation. All right, so now it's processing. Then now we're at rotation 250. Go. All right, so now we have 200 YADA because I just unwrapped that from our secure balance. So now those are ready to transfer. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to read this whole list, but that's okay. Actually, let's see what happens. Kind of curious. Maybe it'll actually just handle it dynamically. No, it's, well, maybe if I refresh balance. Oh, because yep, see? This is actually a security feature, okay? You have 0 YADA here. You have 0 BNB because this page, this web page right here has the old private key. So because I just unwrapped coins or tokens, it rotated my key. So the old key is not only invalid and revoked, but the funds have been moved away from it completely. So let me say that again. Every time you do something in this wallet, you rotate your keys. So that means that if anybody steals your wallet, even your unprotected balance is protected at that point. All you have to do is rotate the key. So even your unprotected balance is protected because you rotated and transferred all of your money to the next rotation simply by just performing some action that required a signature. So we rotate every time we do anything in this wallet. So if somebody gets your private key, all you have to do is just do something in the wallet, and then their private key doesn't do anything because you've already sent your funds away from it. So that's the way we can protect our unprotected balance. But it is technically a race condition, so that's why we encourage you to put a secured balance on there. Move your tokens in secured balance, because technically, while they have your private key and you haven't rotated, they could technically take your unprotected balance. Okay, let's go ahead and refresh this page. It will say that our new rotation is 3-1. And since we already scanned it in another page, and this is the same browser, uses the same local storage, it's already has the correct private key for use in this window. So now we can just go ahead and redo the list here real quick. It wasn't too bad. All right, so boom, 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 yeah, boom. I protected too much. Kind of tricky. More time. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm having to like zoom in on my phone because this webcam I have doesn't scan desktop PC. Scans perfectly fine from like MacBook Pro cameras, mobile cameras on your phone, anything like that, but I have like this like kind of aftermarket thing for calls. Seem to things really well closed up. Everybody should have their airdrops now. So go ahead and check your wallet balance. Have your coins now. Okay. Boom. And my unprotected balance is now 0. And we go to good old BSC scan. Boom. And yeah, now we see all these 25 coin airdrops, and you'll also see my balance transfers happening here between rotations. So that happens every single time I rotate my key. Pretty useful stuff. There really isn't a wallet like it. All right, y'all. All right, so that was the airdrop. We're going to be doing more. And that was a little bit about the wallet too. So we did some wallet stuff. We did an airdrop. And yeah, let's talk more about the Hummingbot stuff, because I feel like that isn't just, you know, like us pushing a wallet out, or like you making money, right? So it's a low risk way to pull in some extra cash, the way I see it. So let's go ahead and get back to that. Play around with it a little bit more. Man, we've already been at this an hour. It's wild. Time really flies when you're on live. Hummingbot, boink. Damn. All right. Get back to it. Okay. So, who here knows about Hummingbot? Yada again. He's already in for the next airdrop. Yeah, definitely post your addresses again if you want to take part in the next airdrop. We gotta get, I feel like this is like a good way to do a lot of things, like voting, having everybody be physically present in a streaming environment. Yada. Okay. Okay. So do you guys know how to set this up? Like, are you familiar with that? Like how to actually do Honeybot? Is that like, should I go through that? Should I like go through the GitHub repo and like the installation of that? Or would you rather just see like Honeybot sort of in action? And also, check this out. ProFlight, JumpCoin, okay for everybody's, or everybody. If you guys haven't already followed us on Twitch, so many, but if you haven't, it really helps us out to get to that we need. To become affiliates and then eventually a like partner status, right? So, and then not just on Twitch, but our socials in general are what people look at, like MEXC and some of these other big exchanges. They want to see these numbers, right, for social engagement and just like followers and that jet. So that would be awesome. Good follow. Because, you know, we all win, right? All you have to do is to click the follow button. But yeah, like are blowing up places that we could get to. We've already done many things that we could. Okay, yep. The East Coast, it is getting a bit late. No problem. Hopefully everybody can behave without the mod here. So, Siswa Aja. Yes, will be. That's correct. So, the Crypto King. We need like some kind of what the first thing is. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Hummingbot. When you type in help, Hummingbot gives you a list of commands. Create a new bot. So I already created a bot. And all I have to do is run it. All I have to do is start the bot. And then I open the log pane. There was an error. Requesting exchange. Oh, wait. I think I know why this is. I think I need to, I think I need to, like, yeah, I have to do it through my proxy. Start. Here we go. All right, now we'll start it. Log file. What are you talking about? So this is kind of like this is going to be a learning experience for me as well. Alright. Have more airdrops coming through. Locked. Kuda. Fatih. Ron Han. Okay, so I'm seeing folks dropping their addresses in the reply to our live stream, but we're gonna need those in the live stream chat. Unless I see you in the live stream here, which I do see Rahahan. I do Fatid. I don't know if Lot Kuda. I do see Lot Kuda. Excellent. Everyone's here. Wiswaja. Yeah. Have it. Pro Flight. Yep. Pro Flight's here. I'm like doing roll call. I'm doing. Furman, what's up? What is up? Are you guys familiar with Hummingbot? Do you know how to use it? Have you used it before? All right. Oh, let me get Chemical Soldier his. Before I forget. Boom. Send. Send. 25 Yada. 25 Yada. Welcome, fam. What's up, Randy? Furman, Raha, Altcoin. Parties. This is the best place on it. That I'm sure. We got Sandy dropping a. We got Sandy and Randy. Are they all here at the same time, or are they just switching accounts? But I wonder. Because we're seeing new people in the airdrop. This isn't the live one. 29? The hell? How funny. Looks like win me, Yada. Gotcha. So Asia and Sandy, why would you just tell on yourself like that? Oh man, why you gotta game the system, guys? Why can't we all just get along? You know? That's what I don't get. I never get very far with this bot stuff. It's really hard to like so KuCoin exchange, there was an error. But oh, maybe I had like the strategy. Maybe I only exited out strategy. So you can edit your strategies by going like why it's grabbing it. I use Jambrut. What's up? What is up? Thank you for joining. Dude, we're getting attacked on this. Drop. We're under attack, y'all. I think the integrity of the airdrop is in question. Chemical Soldier, you have an airdrop. Layer 1 chain. We do have an airdrop on the Layer 1 chain for Chemical Soldier. Getting an airdrop on the Layer 1 chain. We have Chemical Soldier. Or if any. Or say what it is though, unless you guess it. Primary chat, please import or create a strategy. Start. Are you joke? Please rephrase that. That does not sound that. Does not sound like a good way. That. Oh, you must mean like, am I a scam or something? Oh, you're saying ha ha ha. Okay. Yeah, I do joke around a lot. Maybe too much to be. But you know what? Gotta have fun, you know? Okay, we're gonna have to debug this later. I can't be doing this kind of stuff on air. I felt like, I mean, this was working. Here I go, like, stop. Okay. Eh. Winding down. Start. Oh. Maybe there's like, oh, okay, never mind. I thought maybe it was like I had to scroll or something. Stop. Oh yeah, it's create. All right, we'll just make another one. So we'll do AMM ARB non KYC. So I already have the connector configured. I already put in my API key, ICP key. But just know that non KYC is one of the supported exchanges. So now we'll go put in USDT for the trading pair, and then for the comparison for the arbitrage, we'll use the same exchange, non KYC, but you could use another exchange, and we'll just do Yada BTC since we have two different markets. And what's the amount of Yada per order? What's the amount of Yada per order? I don't like, see, that's the confusing part. David Morris said that I need to put in one, but it says amount of Yada. It's like, anyway, indicate 1 for 1%. We're just gonna go with it. These values are probably not very good. I think 1, that's like, so we'll just go with that. It's either 0.1%. You want to ARB or careful. Okay, ARB 2. All right. Cannot connect to API. Your connection that. Let's check it out. API non. Okay. I just checked Swagger. And it is working. So what the heck? Anyway, all right. Nobody wants to see live, so we're just gonna do the airdrop and dip. Do it. All right, everybody, give me your addresses if you haven't already. Let's blow this thing up again. Let's do it. Let's bring this thing home. I'm building the list right now. I'm going through all the notifications and putting in the addresses. We have all of them. So let's go ahead and I need to get my BNB Addy in here. Yeah, that's true. All right. You have a couple, probably, you know, at a time. That's to put in these pieces. So. Plenty of time, plenty of time. All right. Go ahead and start it up again. But one more time. Let's do it one more time, everybody. Get those addresses in. This is the last airdrop of the night. Last airdrop of the night, y'all. Yeah, that's true. Just don't wash it. Just don't wash it. My remaining parts of the wash hardware wallet. What? Easily replaceable. I'm one of those people. I like that. I don't get tired of it. Ah, crap! I don't have enough Yada again. Ah! Wait. I could send you secure Yada, but none of you would be able to spend it because you have to have a hardware wallet to spend it. The only person who would be able to actually spend it is Chemical Soldier. I think he's the only one here that has a hardware wallet. Okay, it would be just as simple as saying use secure token. And then it would be send YWYDA. And that would easily process. Should I be a stinker and send everyone secure Yada? If they can't spend unless they have a hardware wallet? You have to get the hardware wallet to send it. I don't know. I think I might do it. Because I have a feeling that a lot of people here are duplicates. So I might have to require... I mean, hell, you're getting so much Yada that I basically pay for half of it for you. You know? There's probably only one guy doing it. Maybe 2 or 3. You know what? I'm gonna do it. You guys are getting secure Yada. This will be a first, I think, that we've done an airdrop with this, so it'll be interesting. Chemical Surgery, you'll have to tell me how this goes for you. Boom! And it's over and done with. It's over and done with, buddy. This will be the challenge. Your private key is able to spend these coins, but you have to have a key rotation to. It's okay. We can always convert them. It's all right. That is all, folks. Nice. That's what we like. That's what we like. Yeah, let's talk more in Discord or whatever. And yeah, I want to see how that. Unwrapping your balance. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining.